Thank you for joining us for the Tradex Foods 3-Minute Market Insight, the Monday Morning Pulse Report for seafood purchasers. Some fast facts to start this week. Halibut and Black Cod prices are staying high, and they likely will be for the long term. Propping up Black Cod prices is an emergency of demand out of Asia, as Chinese are developing a flavor for this rich, meaty whitefish. Raw material pricing on Pacific cod is still around $3,300 per metric ton, but reports are that supply is very short and prices may trend upwards. In the news this week, I've heard that net caught Alaskan chum salmon prices are up 16% over last year, fetching between $210 to $220 per pound. This probably sounds high, but it's not as nearly as high as what was originally anticipated. Pink salmon prices, on the other hand, are rising more than expected. Pink salmon supply out of Alaska is forecasted to increase 28% this year, but the global salmon supply crisis, primarily due to reduced Hokkaido supply and increased demand in China, has pushed prices 40% above last year. Current prices for Alaskan pinks are ranging between $1.40 to $1.60 per pound. In other news, Namibia increased its hake quota 29% this year to 180,000 metric tons. Namibia contributes approximately 15% of the world's hake, but the added supply is unlikely to affect prices. 60% of the world's hake comes from Argentina and the US-Canada West Coast. Both of these regions are expected to have reduced landings this year. Next up, tilapia. Tilapia prices are starting to loosen up a bit. Prices have been high since last year because increased labor, packing material, and fish feeds cost forced farmers to switch to producing alternative species. Pangases was a popular alternative, but it proved unprofitable and many farmers are now switching back to tilapia. And finally, scallop landings in Japan's Okhotsk Sea are coming in higher than expected this year. Despite increased yields over last season, prices for frozen scallops are 60 to 70% higher. To date, domestic Japanese distributors have been resisting high prices in anticipation that product normally exported will flood the domestic market. Depending on Japan's ability to satisfy China's documentation requests, including a certificate of origin and radioactive testing results, it is yet to be determined whether the increased yields will be exported and influence the global scallop market. Thank you for joining me for the Tradex Foods 3-Minute Market Insight. This is Robert Reierson. Buy smart and eat more seafood.